You talked about how at one point you would cry when people would, say mean things about you online and try to, talk shit about you. Like, what really affected you like that?
Um, well, I I was never used to people saying mean things about me and me not being able to do something about it. Like if somebody talks shit about me, I'm able to find them and beat them up. I cannot find thousands of people that talk bad about me. And as a woman, we all up in our we all like to feel beautiful. We all like to know that we're beautiful. I always felt like I was beautiful. So for thousands of people to always be like, "Oh, get your teeth fixed," or you and your fake body parts, or you're ugly, like people calling you ugly constantly, it breaks you down. It breaks it more down than it ever have been. And then it's like, you know, people be telling me like, oh, well, you gotta get thick skin. Like over the time, it's gonna get better. After a while, you're not gonna care about it anymore. But it's like, am I? Am I? Because there's people like Kanye West. They've been in this industry for so long. There's people like Justin Bieber then that has been in this industry for so long, and until this day, they still getting overwhelmed of the criticism. So it's like, am I
Yeah.
ever gonna have thick skin?
Well, I think that you have to sometimes find a way to block all that out, because I go through it as well. People talk shit about me on my own videos
Yeah.
and, on my own social. It's like, damn, I'm giving this to y'all and y'all talking shit about me for free. Like,
Well, I catch myself sometimes because it's like, I remember when everybody used to talk crap about my teeth and then I fixed them. Now everybody want to talk crap about my nose, and now everybody want to talk about, oh, how my boobs are so separated. But then I gotta catch myself and I gotta say, wait a minute. If I was ugly, like these people are claiming that I am, then how the hell I keep getting all the guys that I want? Any guy that I want. I could really get any guy that I want.
okay, you can get any guy that you want.
Yes. So it's like
But
if I
but
was
you
a
talk
matter of
about
fact,
how
if
you
I
don't
was
really mess
ugly,
with
if I was
celebrity
ugly
guys.
when I was a dancer, I wouldn't made money. Cause guys don't throw money at ugly girls, right? They
Right.
don't. So I just gotta put that in my head. I gotta put that in my head, you know?
Okay. So, I mean, you talk about getting any guy that you want, but you also talk about how you're trying to keep your body count low by just messing with your exes.
Yes. I mean, sometimes it's like, is it worth like is it worth sometimes like experimenting? Like it's like, let's say if I sleep with a guy, right? And I don't like his sex, and then I gotta curve him. And then it's like, damn, that's an extra body. That's the extra body. And then you don't, and now that like in the caliber that I am right now, it's just like you gotta be weary with who you sleep and who you surround yourself with. Like you never know if I sleep with a guy and the next thing you know I'm in the shade room in all fours or sucking cock. You know what I'm saying? Because you just gotta be careful with who you date. And it's like, and I'm not the type of person that just have sex with a guy and it's like, oh, I see you when I see you. I get in my feelings. I get in my feelings. I get in my bag. So it's just like, I don't want to get in my bag right now.
So, when you say you could get any guy that you want, but you don't actually go for any guys,
No, I don't. I don't. And sometimes, like me, there's a lot of guys that like if you was to ask me like, do you think that they cute? It's like, yes, they cute, but I don't like them. I have to like I have to be around you, get to know you, so I could be like to my friends, like, yo, I think I like this guy. I want to fuck him. Like, it's like a chemistry type of thing. It's not like something that like I see a guy and it's like I want to bone him. Like, it's like I got to have a certain type of chemistry with you. And then I got to think about, am I just lusting? Or is it worth it? Like, is the dick worth it? Like, you know what I'm saying?
well, you've always embraced your sexuality. You know, in your music and also on your social media, you talk about sucking dick and fucking and everything else like that. You know, for example, we have Lord Jamar as a regular guest on VladTV. And when we talked about slut shaming,
if you were the guy whose sister everybody was fucking, wouldn't you be embarrassed of that? Or would you stand up there with pride? That's right, my sister's a slut, and I'm fucking proud of it. Matter of fact, we going to this fucking march right now. Cause that shit is where it's at. That's popping. You know damn well you wouldn't do that, so don't fucking sit here and act like you would.
It's a complicated
Nah,
statement.
it ain't nothing complicated about it. Slut should be shamed, B.
I'm a little bit liberal, but then again, I'm really not. For example, I don't feel like that talking about sex, it's being a slut. We're talking about sex. Sex is regular. Sex is natural. Like, people, I think that's what girls talk about. Girls talk about their hair. They talk about the things that's going on in celebrity life. And they talk about sex. Like, oh my God, girl, let me tell you about this guy. And girls be trying to give each other advice about sex. But I feel like this slut shaming thing, sometimes it gets a little bit overboard. Like, it's like, I'm not going to tell a girl, like, yo, you could do whatever you want with your pussy. It's your pussy. Because at the end of the day, if you fuck 5 guys from the same block, you will get slut shamed. And it's not going to feel good. And it's like, oh, damn. It's not going to feel good when people slut shame you. So, like, just don't do it. Like, don't go bugging out with your vagina. Because, trust me, words go around, and the world is small. Like, the world is so small.
Well, you were on Lisa Evers' show, and James Manning was on there, and the two of you kind of went back and forth a little bit. It seemed like you were kind of bothered by some of the stuff that he was saying. And one of the things that kind of stood out is that he called Beyonce a stripper, and you said, no, she's not. And you know something? I understand your point, but I also kind of understand his point, because even though she's not technically stripping, she is wearing almost thongs. She is shaking her ass on stage. And you know what I'm saying? Like, certain cultures would consider that stripping.
I mean, is different. Just because you think it's similar is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, would you call a cameraman a photographer because they both have cameras? No.
I mean, technically, you can.
No, but they're gonna be, they're gonna be like, I'm not a photographer. I am a cameraman. Oh, but you have a camera. But I'm still not a photographer. I'm a cameraman. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything has its own everything has its own profession. That's why they have, like, you cannot say an architect is an engineer. Like, so that's what I'm saying. And it's just like, I don't understand why stripping is such a sin. What is such a sin? Like, to be honest, like, stripping practically, like, saved me. Like, it's like, I used to beg. I used to pray to God, like, please, God, change my life. Please. I used to work in Amish market. Like, please, God, I need help. I'm so hungry. Like, I'm so broke. What are the odds a guy to tell me, my manager, after they fired me, like, listen, you have a nice body. You should consider being a stripper. Go across the street. And then it changed me. It changed me. It got me everything that I wanted. Like, why is it okay that people praise drug dealers and scammers, but they shame strippers? These strippers are getting money from people that are considered, like, it's crazy. Like, you're hustling a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's women that are getting money off lawyers. They are getting money off these drug dealers that make the illest bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Well, I think the reason why people do it is because I don't think anyone, as much as you would praise stripping and, you know, it got you out of the position that you're at, if you had a daughter, I don't think you would look at her and say, I hope you're a stripper when you get older. You know what I'm saying? You would want something different from her, you know, with her than you had to go through yourself. And I think that's what happens. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a problem with strippers. It's fine. But then once it hits close to home, you start to think of it a little bit differently.
Yeah, I mean, like if I was to have a daughter, right? And she was to tell me that she want to be a stripper, I'm going to tell her listen, I'm going to give you an allowance because my mom wasn't able to give me an allowance. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell her, listen, I'm going to give you an allowance and I'm going to make sure you have your own place for you to go to college. But if you want to be a dancer, you let me know if you want to be a dancer. I take away everything that I work hard for to give to you. I will take it away and I'm going to see how you are going to make it. And I'm going to let her see the struggle her own self. And then when you see it, you come back to me and you talk to me. You know what I'm saying? You talk to me. There has been times that I have seen some of my friends, like when I used to be a dancer, there have been times that I used to see some of my friends like, yo, I'm getting evicted. Like, I don't even have money to give my daughter to get Pampers for them and this and that. And I used to see that they had a nice body and potential. And it's like, why don't you come with me to the club? Because it's just like, it's money. It's money. People do, it's money. It's easy money.
I mean, and it's legal. I mean,
it's legal. So,
you know, it's like, would you rather have your daughter be a stripper or a drug dealer? If you had to choose one, which one would you do? I would probably say
stripper, because it's like, I will be. First of all, I gotta be paranoid if my daughter goes to jail. Second of all, I gotta be paranoid if my daughter gets killed, cause drug dealers are the ones that get killed before a stripper would. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you gotta tell a girl, like, don't mess the game up. A lot of people be getting it twisted. They be thinking that strippers are prostitutes, which I don't care if you're a prostitute or not. Because if that's how you want to make your profit, then go ahead.